Dr. Coleman, can you also talk about the learning resources provided to all WAUSM students?
I think one of the special things that we have here is that we provide AMCAS, the AMCAS library, free of charge to all of our students and in the first 5 semesters. And AMCAS is basically considered the gold standard for evaluating whether you're prepared to tackle the step. And so that's something that we've rolled out early on, and when we opened up, and the students just really love it. I know in other places I've worked that students had to purchase all of these resources on their own, and therefore some of them just didn't have the opportunity to work with those. But we do have the big AMCAS library. It's got just so many questions, and you can really rate the questions on hammers. So as a 1 hammer is an easy question, 5 hammer is you've got to be really on your game to answer one of these questions. But so it lets you stage your preparation, and you can start off with 1s, and then when you're ready, you can move on up with the 2s and 3s. We also, in the clerkship phase, once you get into St. Anthony's in Chicago, and then some other sites that we'll be having for clerkship phase, in other words, semesters 6 through 10, we have our UWorld, which is another big database that has, it's a great resource that a lot of students really like. So, and most of the students like to diversify, and they'll get burned on one, so they'll have 2 or 3 of these major question databases that they're constantly going through. The students learn here quickly. It's about questions. The questions identify where your weaknesses are at, and they let you know when you've mastered the concepts. And so part of that too is we have Complete Anatomy, which is a 3D, really powerful tool that allows you to do virtual dissections. It allows you to strip through the skin and all the fascia and adipose tissue and get down to the structures you're looking for with just a click of a mouse, as opposed to spending 2 hours in a stinky anatomy lab getting your clothes all disgusting, which is amazing, but it's also a big time suck. It takes a lot of time to do that. And it's also can be challenging for some students. So we see some examples here of just the real power of that. Our students have access to that. We have the AACOMAS Medicine Resource Library, which is a comprehensive library that comes from McGraw-Hill. And we also have the LWW Library, the Lippincott, Williams, and Wilkins Library. And those are both available in our digital library, where it has multiple sources on, in my realm, anatomy, embryology, histology, neuroanatomy, just multiple texts, atlases, and everything. And that's true for all of the disciplines. There's multiple sources. So if a student really wants to dig a little bit deeper, maybe they're looking at going down a certain specialty, or they're just really interested in something that's kind of wasn't quite covered in the depth that they wanted to, just from their curiosity, we have a lot of digital resources available for them. But I really, like I say, the AMCAS is, I think, one of our most popular offerings for the students, and I think they thrive on that.